So this is the thing. Jesus. I'm on the road to Sarth. There's fucking scorpions all over the goddamn place. Golly. I recall these guys not being as tough as they look. And admittedly, they look like a fucking nightmare. Big pixely nightmare. I'm gonna go over here. I'm sure that they poison you. I mean, they should anyway. Maybe they don't. So far, they're just walking up to Gorath and immediately dying. This is actually kind of underwhelming. I actually did get into a fight earlier with some fairly low-level... I think they were rogues and the old Mordell dudes, the casters, and then the just basic, just the plain old Mordell warriors, I guess. And they were giving me kind of a hard time. It's surprising how big of a difference it is fighting those guys with just 2 people in your party. But here we are, we're by this temple of somebody, Temple of Sung, which we are going to not partake in. We're actually very close to Sarth, so I think I'll just carry on with you, the viewer. Oh, hi. Speaking of which, yeah, see, these guys respawn, and they're surprisingly tough. Let's see how close we are to Sarth. I think, yeah, it's just up the road here. But I'm going to take these guys out, hopefully. Yeah, see, there's a big group of them now, and they're mean. Very mean guys. I'm gonna have Owen hide over. Oh, good shot, sir. Plus, the annoying thing is that a lot of these guys have poisoned corals. Yeah, in fact, I'm sure that they do, because that guy just lost health because he got hit by his dumb friend, and then, yeah, Owen gets poisoned. Well, now we gotta get Owen out of a bind here. If we can. One problem is Gorath, as much as he hits hard, is so slow. And Owen has actually taken a pretty decent amount of damage. I'd have to probably buy restoratives in Sarth. I guess this is actually worth showing. God damn. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. I'm actually gonna have to probably drink all my restoratives here. I mean, I might as well just use them. Really annoying. God bless America, look at that. Because Owen can't do anything if he's surrounded, so... Okay. You are all gonna pay. It's time to get frozen. I'm not gonna sing the fucking song from the fucking movie, because I'm annoyed. God. And it's embarrassing because these guys are really not very high level, I don't think anyways. They're kicking my ass. They're giving me a really tough time here. Owen is probably getting... Yeah, he's going to have to take a penicillin or whatever. I'm going to buy some of those too if they sell them. And see, look, their equipment is not that great. They're not very good, but they're kicking my ass. Poison rations. No, thank you. Now, yeah, that's too much. Well, I might sell this in Sarth if I can. Okay. Oh, thank you. God. Alright. Brother Mark should actually... I thought he was on the outskirts of Sarth. I didn't think that he was actually in the town. I do want to visit the town. at this point, but there we go. Still wielding a hoe in his hammy fists. Hoes. I would advise you to stay well clear of Sarth. Well, fuck. Our brother Dominic has fallen ill with quaking and fever. What's that got to do with me? Why didn't anyone treat the fever before he became serious? None of us knew he was infected until this morning. When he woke this morning, he reported to the Brotherhood's herbalist that he was experiencing dizziness and diarrhea and vomiting and erectile dysfunction. He took every pill that's on television right now and he's getting all the side effects. It's one of those early signs of the fever, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. Quaking and fever is rarely fatal to adults. It's not the fever's primary effects that concern me. As Keeper of the Gates, Brother Dominic is the greatest wielder of the magical arts among us. Should he begin to hallucinate, he may lose his capacity to discern between real and imagined threats. He might view other members of the Brotherhood as enemies, or perhaps he will see a threat in the outside world. Or whatever. I don't remember. I don't know if that's exactly what he said there. We know from Pug of Stardock that things of this nature can occur when magicians fall ill. No one can break his fever? Only prescription's more cowbell. Oh, God. It was said and it cannot be unsaid. I'm sure the herbalist will do what he can, but our best hope resides in Brother Dominic's iron will. Until such time as fever breaks, the Abbey of Iship at Sarth will be a fearfully dangerous place, and I would advise against going any closer. Was there something you needed from the Abbey? The mine. The mine is under the Abbey. What is this? I don't suppose those masses of books you have in the Abbey, you would have one on chess, would you? I'm looking for information on a chess move called Abar's Turn. No self-respecting Keshan library would be without one, and as the Abbey was founded by Keshan wanderers, it stands to reason that you have something wonderful. If you could dig something up for us, I'd be very happy to pay a finder's fee for anything you can find on chess moves. It's a fairly special request, so I may have to spend a while digging, and I do have another project I need to handle this evening. Would you be willing to pay 100 sovereigns? Now, this is a sub-quest from, I think, the first or second chapter. And it also strains belief that Mark would be willing to just stroll in, given the circumstances he just described to us. I'm going to say no. That's a bit more than I was anticipating. Are you sure you couldn't come down on your price? As I said before, it's a special request, and it would take me away from other duties. I'm sorry if my price is inconvenient. The mine. My grandfather used to tell me stories about the chambers beneath Sarth that he said were once part of a rich dwarven mine. He called it the Macboogalin Burgu. The Macburgalin Dock, I believe it was called, yes. At one time it was quite an impressive emerald mine. He suggested there still might be tunnels that connect with those directly beneath the Abbey. If you have any of the dwarven maps or deeds, we might be able to get in through the old mine. Unfortunately, those maps are not in the hands of the brothers at Sarth at the moment. We gave it over to the assistant tax collector who lives in Egley, a fellow named Stellan. I understand that there was some confusion in regards to how much the Abbey could be taxed because of its connection to those old mines. If you speak to him, I'm sure he could show you those documents. At least it sounds like a way we may be able to re-enter the Abbey. Do you know anything about a book of macros? Of macros? No. About macros, I could say... Or I know we have a few of them in the vaults. A few macros? Like healing macros? Like focus macros? Anyways, sorry. Most concerning the legends about the Villa Beata, where while he was living on Sorcerer's Isle. We might also have a few things by him in there, but I couldn't be certain without checking. Well, you're not very helpful. We'll try our best to find a solution, but we have another important matter to attend to in very little time. What happens in the circumstance that this brother Dominic begins to hallucinate? I cannot say with any certitude. My assumption is that he will activate the mystic defenses. Oh boy. If that occurs, there may be no access to the Abbey at all. At least it doesn't sound as if he will pose a life-threatening situation. If we come across anything that I think could be of help, I promise we will return as soon as we can. In exchange, do us a favor and stay out of Dominic's path until this problem is solved. Goodbye, brother. Okay. Hey, brother. I'm going to save ye old game. And I'm gonna... Apparently, I forgot that Sarth is actually just a monastery. So we can actually... Well, let's see. Light blinded Owen. Blinded by the light! Screaming, he arched back from the doorway he had been about to press open and covered his eyes as if averting some great horror. Stumbling backward into Gorath, he trembled into the warrior's grasp. Magic, Owen gasped at last. Terrible, terrible magic. It's like 4chan times a million. It was like looking into a nightmare. Someone has warded the door. Releasing his hold on the boy, Gorath stared the doorway doubtfully. Is there any way you can banish it? Owen shook his head. No, it's far too powerful. We will have to find another way in if we are to enter this place. Okay. Where's the mine? Down there? Aha! Told you it wasn't Maddie Manor. It looks like a cave mouth. Want to take a look inside? Yes, I do. So we are in a cave! Beneath Sarth! I can't remember if we visited this before. I feel like I discovered it before. Maybe we got... Yes, we do. We do have a map. We'll fancy that. I'm just gonna cruise along through here, though. Now, we got that map from, Stellan. Stellan! And, or at least his office. We didn't get it from him, because he's probably dead or something. So now we can explore further. And this is a dead end. Great job, me. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the east. Yes, to the east, dear viewer. Yes. And then I'm gonna go this way. And then I'm gonna... Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is... It's nothing. It's actually nothing at all. This is... Oh, wait. Should we take a shot at opening it up? Don't we have... Damn it. Wait a minute. I thought we had an actual map. That opened it, but yeah, that... Huh. Well, okay. Oh, there's enemies about. Oh, yeah, I wanted to heal, but... It doesn't look like we're gonna have the chance. Well, that's a way into the Abbey, I think. These stairs must lead to the MacBurgelen Dark Emerald Mine. The tunnels are very complicated, but with the instructions we found in Stalin's house, we should be able to make it through. Shall we try to find the library vaults? Yes. Roth nodded. Together they climbed the moss-covered stone stairway that led to the mines. Bits of rock and splintered wood covered the dirt floor, making it difficult for them to walk, but they picked their way through the rubble. Rebel! The Hamburglar, ladies and gentlemen, making an unexpected appearance. And after nearly an hour came to a wrought iron ladder, piercing a dark hole in the ceiling. The rungs were rusty and metal splinters ripped at their hands and snagged their clothes as though trying to deny them egress from the mines, or as though frantically trying to remove their clothing in preparation for frenzied lovemaking. As though trying to deny them egress from the mines as they climbed upward. The ladder ended in a small wooden hallway, thick with dust and decorated with silky strands of spiderweb. Sorry, I'm not home right now. A door at the end of the hall opened, after some effort, into a huge room stuffed with books. Aha, they had been heard! Assembled in the book-lined passage were 6 priests, all keenly interested in the arrival of the 2 strangers. From amidst them, a broad-shouldered priest stepped forward. Your presence may explain a great deal, the priest said, stabbing a finger in their direction. We have been unable to leave the vault since this morning, and we found the door is bolted from the other side, and since I find it unlikely that our brother priests of Ishop have chosen to starve us to death, it's not like that at all, Owen replied, waving his hand. We ran into your brother Mark when we coming up the road. When we coming up the road, brother Mark there, he tell us things, make us do things, go into cave. He said that one of your brethren has fallen ill with the quaking and fever, and that somehow his condition is linked to the passages being blocked. The mystic defenses? One of the other priests offered. It is possible his delusions may have triggered them. Quickly a debate ensued between the rogue priests, finishing at last with several brethren scurrying off to the shelves assigned for their examination. With a stern look, the angered priest also pointed to a shelf and directed that Owen and Gorath look for anything mentioned the mystic defenses of Sarth, or outbreaks of the quickening fever. Hours passed. His eyes aching from reading the nearly illegible handwriting of ancient scribes, Owen leaned his head back against the ancient shelving. I have no idea what we're looking for, Gorath. I've run across half a dozen references into this abbey, but then I discovered it has something to do with experiments with peas, or an account of a new system of organizing these books. A sound drew their attention. At the end of the book-strewn passageway in which they sat, a priest eyed the disorganization with distress. Why are you still down here? Still looking for the answer, Owen said. Vaguely, he gestured at the half-dozen open books around him. Haven't found it. Oh, biting his lip. The priest seemed pensive about continuing. Well, I'm afraid we solved that problem about an hour ago. Brother Dominic is doing a bit better now. We were wondering where you two had gotten to. Angered, Owen slammed shut the cover of his book, which he held in his lap, a translation of Dorcas's treatise on the animation of objects. Likewise, next to him, Gorath stuffed away a wormy-looking book on history. Keep it, the priest insisted, before Owen could put away the magical treatise. Dorcas's is popular here. We have other copies cross-indexed in the library. I was also instructed that once I found you, I was to reward you with these. Opening a pouch, the priest handed them 3 nearly perfect emeralds. They are yours, in appreciation for all you have done here. It is a small gesture, but I hope a useful one. Please feel free to continue to scan our library if it please you. We have done this already. So, Book of Macros. We need to find it. No. Books arrayed form all concerned theories of finance. This is a flashback a little bit. Here we go. I found it. A text of interest, Gorath asked. Looking over his shoulder, Owen tapped the words on the spine. It's a journal written by Pug titled Regarding Theories of Transspatial Gateways proposed by Macros. Do you believe this is the book which we seek? Responding only with a shrug, Owen began to leaf through its pages, discovering immediately that the majority of it was a technical document. I took a course in technical writing. I'm perfectly prepared to read this. Filled with diagrams and columns of numbers with notations off to the side and a curious shorthand. Whatever the book contained was far more advanced than any of the things he had read on magic thus far. He might as well be writing in Keshin, Owen said, shaking his head. While searching for an index, he discovered a small addendum, which related a few of his conversations with Macros. This is interesting. Something to help us find Pug? Gorath questioned. No, but something that might lead us to someone who might know something about this book of Macros, Owen replied with excitement. It says here that someone named Thomas Makerson of Elvendar once traveled with he and Macros. Perhaps this Thomas fellow would know something about Macros or his book. Smiling grimly, Gorath's eyes held a dark humor. You intend then we should enter Elvendar? They will not be well pleased to see the likes of me. Why is that? Owen asked, putting the book back on the shelf. The kin of... Now Gorath is going through puberty. The kin of Queen Aglarada, and those of my blood are enemies of old. None enter Elvendar itself, save those sworn to her, or are considered the most intimate of friends, he said. It will not be an easy journey. Chuckling, Owen patted Gorath on the back. After the past few months, I can't imagine this trip being all that difficult. Besides, we'll be back close to where we met near Lamut. I believe there may be a way through Elvendar near there. Okay, so we're supposed to go to Elvendar now. Oh, and we've got too much shit. I reckon we can get... Well, okay, fine. We need to get rid of these emeralds and rubies and stuff. But we need that book. So let's take a look. Take a look. It's in a book. Got too much shit. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I should have sold off another quarrel. There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to pop by Krondor. Oh, wait. Hang on. Brother Mark. Hove into view. Young Hove in the place to be. Outcast is the place to be. Under 3,000. Shout out to public. Housing up. Brought the whole hood with me. Well then. Still wielding a hoe in his hammy fist, he gestures to Owen with it. Like a moth to the candle flame. What about Sarth has you so quickly back here? I just left. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna go to Krondor, and then, I guess... I don't know where is it... Oh, it said by Lamut, so... Maybe we could go to Lamut directly, I guess. Or I think I will stop in Krondor and sell off some of the stuff that we've accumulated. And I guess I'll pick things up in the vicinity of Lamut. So I'm glad I got a lot of this done. I'm glad that I made some significant progress once again with you fine people watching in the future, I guess. Don't really know how else to phrase it. Alright, this has been Effing Controller, playing Betrayal at Krondor. I'll catch you guys later.